Hello, everybody. I want to welcome you to Compass Games Town Hall episode number 11. My name is John Kranz, and we'll be joined shortly by Bill Thomas. Today, again, is November 12th, 2020. And as we get started, I just want to quickly share a few things, updates from Compass before we speak with Bill. So just looking here quickly at our homepage, reminder, we've got the big banner and reminder about our 2020 holiday catalog sale, which is giving you 35% discounts on in-stock items through end of January of 2021. So just click on that banner link. It will take you to where you can download a PDF of the catalog. Also, per our release schedule, we recently released an Attrition of Souls. We expect to have the designer on for an episode here in the near future, and scheduled for December for next month, we have The Conquistadors by John Southard, who we also talked to briefly about that design as well. Again, on the left side, you'll see the newsletter sign up. That will get you a newsletter typically once a week. We'll probably send one out tomorrow, actually. And then bottom right is a little talk to us symbol where you can ask us questions. And again, we had a great turnout. It's been actually a few weeks since our last town hall. So, quite a few people have reached out to us in the last few weeks with some great questions and feedback, which we really appreciate it. So I just want to take a moment here to recognize everybody that you see here who reached out to us just using that talk to us symbol from our home page. So we really appreciate, again, the communications from everybody. The newsletter itself, which went out last week, you can see here, I actually showed this last week as well, but the Devil's Boat Kickstarter has been doing extremely well. Just to show you the Kickstarter itself, we're up to nearly 230 backers. So one of our more, I'd say one of our more successful Kickstarters for games we've typically had on pre-order for quite a while. Then we also help spread the word for those that really follow Kickstarter. And again, we want to thank you for your support. And as a reminder, as you scroll down for Devil Boats, if you'd like to learn more about Devil Boats, it is a solitaire game, but as you scroll down quite a bit, you'll start seeing this illustration of a rule booklet, and you can download the entire set of rules. You can view it online, and then there's a little down click arrow in the upper left-hand corner of the screen when you view it online, which will give you that PDF download, which people sometimes ask me, how do I download a PDF? Just look for that download icon in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. So again, the newsletter announced the Devil Boats Kickstarter. Of course, the catalog I've just mentioned already. Been extremely successful. We've been seeing postings. I saw a posting yesterday on Facebook, somebody who I think received 5 or 6 games that were in stock through the catalog. So it's really great to see that. Of course, we announced during Pre-Order Palooza those 20 pre-order titles. And last week during our Compass Games Live, I spent some time at the conclusion talking about the Russian Campaign Original 1974 edition. And all the files were submitted today to go to the printer. So that one is now officially wrapped up, Russian Campaign Original 74 edition. And again, we will have an Attrition of Souls. We'll get the designer on here in the near future. And last week, as a reminder, we had our episode 43 featuring David McDonough, and he's the designer of Dawn's Early Light, The War of 1812. So a lot of great activity online for sure, and we really appreciate everybody who tuned in. But again, it's been a few weeks, so let's go ahead and bring in Bill Thomas. Bill, how are you doing this evening?
Good. How is everybody?
So it looks like you're in your new bunker. You're broadcasting from your new bunker tonight.
I'm at Bill's bunker.
Billy's bunker, huh?
I come over and we do it here at his new abode.
Looks like a very good connection, by the way. So video's coming through extremely clearly. So I think everybody's going to be appreciative of that. So it's been a few weeks since we last talked. I know people have been using the catalog sale. We had that good interview with David McDonough for Dawn's Early Light, and then Attrition of Souls was our most recent game that released. So any particular hot items you'd like to start with tonight before we go to any audience questions?
Yes.
Wonderful.
I'll give you an update on what's gone to the printers. Death of Trenches has gone to the printer, so that's gone to China. Okay. What's the other one? Oh, Russian Campaign is gone.
Russian Campaign, yep. That would just going in now.
Napoleon Eagles 2 is gone.
Napoleon Eagles 2.
All to China to be printed, so that's good news. And Counter stuff is all pretty well done.
So
Okay.
you're happy now with the quality you're getting from the new, worked out all the little things you wanted to be improved for the counter sheets?
Yeah, yes, I think. Now the good thing is they're gonna, and that's why December 1st will really be around the first week of December. I'm gonna update the production schedule because those are when those counters are due here around right before Thanksgiving. So we'll see, because you don't know until you get the final product. So that's good. Battle Hymn 2 is moving along.
All right. Somebody just asked, Robert on YouTube's asking about Battle Hymn 2, how that status looks.
Yep, Eric Lee Smith told me that he's going to hand it in by the end of the year. And it looks like we're going to be doing a remake of Victory Civil War. And it is going to be an actual it's not, we're going to update the rule book, put in all the errata, so it's not going to be a new game. It's just going to be an updated version of the old Victory game.
Okay, well, I know it's really popular, and people usually ask, well, as long as the errata gets addressed, that would be fantastic. So that's good news. And then Jonathan Nuestra is asking about the Korean War.
Yeah, Korean counters are going to be part of that thing that comes in on right before Thanksgiving, and we're starting on the rule book. When's that, John? This week?
Next week. If Ken's schedule looks good, he'll be starting next week on the rules layout work.
So I expect that will definitely be on in February.
February for Korean War. So
getting Korean War out the door. It's just we want to make sure everything was right on it and all that good stuff.
Sounds good. And then Jonathan Nuestra says, thanks for the news on Civil War from Victory Games. I know a lot of people will be excited to learn. We haven't announced it on pre-order, obviously, about the Victory Games Civil War coming again. So people are excited about that. Question from Matt Shirley for you, Bill, about on YouTube. He's from YouTube channel here, Granada. How's the status looking for Granada? Yeah,
Granada is actually on the boat over here.
Great. So it's already en route, in transit.
Yeah. So what's going to happen is that's Granada, but Indian Ocean is actually our next one up on Kickstarter.
Good question here about Indian Ocean. Will there be maps for preview? So I believe actually I have some files I just received last week.
Yes.
I need to upload to the website. So James on YouTube, thanks for joining us tonight, James. I will have those images up tomorrow for you. So look for Indian Ocean region tomorrow on the website, and I should have the map available for you, James. So thanks for the reminder on that one.
Yeah, I think Indian Ocean is like 3 maps.
3 maps for, oh, great. I haven't checked the product page. So it's 3 maps.
Yeah.
Sounds very good. And then nice words. Thank you, Kevin, he's on Facebook. A lot of great games, great company. He's just talking about you, Bill, you and your family.
Oh, thank you.
So there you go. Well. And then Stefan is asking if over on YouTube channel, when will Stellar Horizons reprint begin to ship?
Yeah, that's the one, like I said, that we're getting 2 big orders around Thanksgiving. So that will ship the first week of December.
Great. And then I've got a lot of more questions from people, but I'll hold for a second if you want to talk about anything else, or I can keep going with status questions for you if you want to keep it running.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say one thing. Okay. We get a lot of questions on EU shipping.
Yes. Okay. Friendly EU shipping. That's true. Yes.
Okay. And I have tried it on Kickstarter with some Kickstarters, and I tried 2 different companies to be my shipper, and what a disaster. I'll tell you, it is the most, and these are reputable companies, okay? And the problem is it takes a lot of time on us, okay? And so it's not feasible at this time to do EU shipping. And even on Kickstarter, I stopped doing it. Okay, because EU friendly shipping, I thought it was a pretty easy thing to do. You send them the addresses, you pay them the money, they ship the product. And I get more complaints and I deal with more issues on EU shipping than I deal with domestic. So it just takes too much time, and we don't have enough resources where I want to put them into producing games. So right now, EU friendly shipping is off the table. Not saying I won't revisit it, but I've had some bad luck, and it's left a bad taste in my mouth right now. But that means when that bad taste goes away and I brush my teeth, maybe that will come back
right.
in 3 months when I brush my teeth once every quarter.
Oh, wonderful. Thanks for sharing that hygiene tidbit of information. That's very helpful to know.
Yeah. Do that.
All right. So that's a good update because, yes, I think from the Kickstarters, I see a lot of questions generated or comments about Euro-friendly shipping. What's possible there. So thanks for filling us in a little bit more. I know in one case you had a false start where it looked like it was working well, but then the company got acquired by a larger, parent company, gobbled it up, and that sort of made a mess of things when the company got bought or something. So I just remember that story it was a long time ago. It was over a year ago. So it goes back to maybe 1-2 years ago that happened. I don't know if you can remember that.
Maybe in your dreams that happened. No. That didn't happen in reality, but okay.
More comments then. Darren Level Off over on Facebook says he's also a big fan of Eric Lee Smith's Civil War game. So he's really looking forward to that. He's wondering if Eric is going to be trying to change any of the rules that may have gotten some feedback of, I wish you would just sort of tweak it a little bit here or there. So I think where Darren's going is Eric open to possible tweaks based on feedback for the game?
Yeah, there's so much stuff on the internet. Somebody actually did a whole new rule set back 15 years ago. So Eric Lee Smith has all that, and he's going to incorporate what he thinks is appropriate.
Okay.
So he will incorporate. I think somebody did it back maybe 15 years ago. They redid the whole rule book and really updated it. So he's open to things. We're not open to anything that is going to change dramatically the game.
Okay. Makes sense. Okay. A lot more questions for you tonight, Bill. See what happens when you're gone for a few weeks. People are going to hit you up here. So any update from Craig on Facebook about the African campaign?
Yes, that's a go. And John tells me that the artist, lost his files for the artwork, the first one. So he's trying to recover that, correct, John?
Yeah, he didn't lose them as far as misplace them. The hard drive fell on the floor, and it would kerplunk. I don't have special sound effects. I only have applause. But so it went. I have to add the kerplunk noise. But basically, he damaged his hard drive. But I think I have a pretty high degree of confidence that kind of data recovery should happen. But we're just waiting to hear back from him that he has access to the files to update them. So yes, it is a go. Project is a go, but we hit a temporary pause due to this hard drive issue. Dan over on Facebook is asking if there are any news about Combat 2.
Yes, the counters are done off to the printer. Okay, I think the rules and everything is within 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So all that stuff will go to the printers and be printed.
That's really soon. Great. And then Fast Heinz over on YouTube channel is curious about Pontiac's Uprising project.
Yeah, last time I talked to John Ponsky, that was still in some later stage play testing.
Okay. All right. So it's late stage play testing, which means maybe some of the artwork might be done already. I don't know if the artwork started officially yet.
No.
Not yet. Okay. Yeah, I can't remember if we started.
No.
Okay. James over on YouTube channel has a question about NATO and Aaron armor. So you can answer that, or I can answer that. Up to you.
NATO is actually at the final stages of the rule book. Okay, the rule book has been laid out, all done. Okay, and the designer is just going through and making its changes. So then all that needs to be done is the rule book and maps need to be printed because the counters are already in house on that one.
Right, and then there's a playbook which has also been laid out.
Yeah.
So there's 2 booklets just going through final proofing. And actually, I think the playbook's basically been proofed already. It's just the rules left to be proofed, 100% proofed. So A very good news on NATO. Aaron Armour, do you want to comment on Aaron Armour?
Yeah, Aaron Armour we thought was my goodness. Aaron Armour, we actually have the counters in-house. Okay, we thought that was going to be published, and then the designer got a new vision of the terrain
Yes.
from the original game, and the terrain had changed or was different than what it was in the original game, so he wanted to play test it. So
Right.
that's going through play testing just to make sure the terrain doesn't affect the game.
Exactly, for play balance. So James says, thanks for those answers. Then a question from Tales of the Gold Funky. Sounds like a good song or group name, music group name. If we pre-ordered Indian Ocean Region on Gumroad, which is that pre-order and system, or and pay later system, should we back it on Kickstarter?
No, if you've pre-ordered the game, you don't back it on Kickstarter.
Right. It's like you're basically covered already if you've pre-ordered it. And I get that. I should have mentioned I do get that question quite often. I think I actually mentioned it last town hall meeting, and I try to mention it on the order page that if you've already pre-ordered the game, you're all set. The Kickstarter is just a way to get the word out to those people that really gravitate to Kickstarters and may not frequent our website for pre-orders. So you're all set.
And John, in the newsletters, when we do have something on Kickstarter, you might want to put it in the newsletter too.
Yeah,
absolutely. Because I still thought of that.
And then the big conundrum statement of the evening from Jonathan Nuesra. So many good games. Add to that the sale, the Compass catalog sale, 35% off. Great stuff. Good job, Compass. So kudos to you, Bill, for giving them some choices of games to choose from and with some savings.
Lamps is actually coming in on the boat as well. Lamps second edition, so that's going to be out.
That's great.
I think here's what I could say. I think obviously Conquistadors is the next one out the door. Then Devil's Boat obviously will be the first one out probably in January. Then probably Coalition and probably another game I haven't figured out yet. I haven't yet.
And
maybe Indian Ocean. And South China Sea is going to be back in reprint
as well.
Ocean gets released. So we have a limited amount of copies that we were able to get together in the warehouse of extra stuff of South China Sea. So.
Oh, did you say for South China Sea you got extra?
Yeah. We put together. We had a lot of. That's why people are always. We hear this about a lot of the second printing and stuff of our games.
Yeah.
But most of it's done with 50 or 60% of overrun material.
Gotcha.
So it's really not 100% reprint. We have to reprint some of the stuff, okay, but not everything gets reprinted when we do a reprint.
I'll check the website. Our website might have South China Sea where you can't order it right now. Is that accurate, or should that be changed?
I think it's up on pre-order.
Okay. I'll double check it. I'll double check it. It's only for pre-orders. It's out of stock otherwise. So it's not available right now. I thought you said you got some pieces together for right now that you can order it today. Reprint. Perfect. Okay. Thanks for clarifying. Also, Kevin Saunders perhaps over on Facebook wants to thank you for the sale. And obviously during these challenging times of COVID, he appreciates the gesture. Mo's hoping to see Stellar Horizons in time under the Christmas tree.
Yep.
I don't know if it will fit under the Christmas tree, Mo. Maybe if you lay it flat. It's a pretty big box, so you might want to lay that box flat to fit it under the Christmas tree. So same comment from Tom over on YouTube. Tom, thanks for the thumbs up. Board Games Bloke, I believe Board Games Bloke per his image, their avatar is in Great Britain or lives in EU. So he says if you need a EU located shipper, Second Chance Games, perhaps. I think you've talked to Second Chance.
Oh yeah, they were. We've already used them on one or two projects.
Right. So we
tried. Again, it boils down to it's a lot of it. I'm not saying the EU shippers are bad. They're not. But it's just a lot of extra time and resources for us, and I just don't have that ability to do that now. We're not, we don't have a ton of people working for us, and you'd be surprised at how many, I can ship 1,000 games domestically and I don't have issue. I might have 2 or 3 issues. Okay, where the post office didn't deliver, I have to send out another one. Okay, when I do EU shipping, it is incredible. It really is. The issues about and especially during the whole COVID thing, people couldn't understand why it took a little while for their games to get there. I had more complaints from EU shippers, EU shipping customers, than domestic in a whole 2 years.
That's not good.
So, and I understand their point of view, but it's just too time consuming at this on our end.
Yeah, John's asking too. I think everybody's trying to come up with ideas for solutions for Compass, like an EU importer to handle the area, like a third party to handle, give it to a third party to handle. But I'm not sure how that would work, especially with margins. I guess I could move to Europe and then I could just get a big room and with boxes and tape in there, and just I could relocate one day. But yeah, it's a tough nut to crack. I know you've been trying on separate occasions, so yeah, no, everybody, I can feel everybody's trying to help find a solution. So Mo says you've got a quarterly maintenance program now you could provide, sort of like Quip, where you brush your teeth, once every quarter. Then the new counters come in.
Wait a second. Wait. Let's just settle something here. I'm not going to commit to brush my teeth every quarter.
Oh, great. Okay, well that went downhill fast then, basically.
Because the only way I buy toothpaste is when I go to the dentist and they'll give me a free thing.
Oh, jeez.
So
I hope you go once a year. I hope you're going once a year, at least for annual checkups.
3 years. So that little tube has to last me 3 years.
3 years.
I just don't want to commit to once a quarter because I don't think I can say I'm going to do that with consistency.
So you're sort of like the guy that will go to the dentist and combine it with a colonoscopy trip, basically. Is that what you're saying? Every few years, like at the same. Why not do it? Why not do both ends at the same time, right?
Yeah, I'm going to say that's a little.
Okay, a little too graphic, right? Too many details. Alrighty. Question, E4 Airman over on YouTube is asking about, I want to get this game right. Will the map of Victory be improved? E4 Airman, Victory, which Victory game are we talking? Civil War? Yeah. So the new Civil War game. So we'll have new artwork. So I think, the goal is we never absolutely copy a map one for one, with the exception of, I'd say with a little exception with Manassas, right?
Yeah.
Manassas is sort of the same.
Yeah. The thing I want to say about the map is it's still going to be half-inch counters. It's not going to be a blown up map with large hexes. But my whole complaint about Victory's game was the coastal hexes were horrible. Okay, in that game, you couldn't tell where they were, where they stopped. So yes, the map will be improved.
Okay, great. And then Darren says, fantastic news about the Civil War. And he means the game, not current politics, and that's a different segue. So Darren, I think you're trying to do our segue for the 2040 game that's on pre-order. So thanks for the segue, Darren. We do have 2040 on. No, it's not meant to copy American politics at all. It's just, generic U.S. situation. Let's just.
And then I think I told you we have a 2020, right, Bill? Don't we have a 2020 election game coming out?
Yeah, 2040.
Oh yeah, we have a 2016 election game coming out, and then a 2020 election game after that.
Right. And we will just mail in those games, right?
Yeah. What?
And we'll just mail in those games. There will be no Vassal version. They'll just be mail-in games, right? Like you can't do Vassal turns. You have to mail in your turns, basically, every turn by post, right? Okay. ETA on Third World War. I can maybe just jump on that one real quick. So where the team's working on a new set of standard rules. The original 4 games didn't have a standard set of rules because the games were released one after the other. So we're about 1 week out from starting layout work on the first of 2 booklets, being the standard rule booklet for all 4 games and the combined game. And then there will be a playbook which has all the scenarios across all 4 games in the one box. So we are making really good progress. Also, a few of the displays, order battle displays, are getting done for early proofing at the same time. So they're working around the clock pretty much, trying to get through the work. Let's see. Matt Shirley says, "Dang, does no one back up their hard drives?" Yeah, Matt. That reminds me. I'm not using a hard drive backup service myself right now. So I agree that's important to back up hard drives for sure. So absolutely. Good point. Let's see here. So here's a topic of the day is colonoscopy prep is a good time to break out a tray to put on your lap and play a nice small footprint solitaire game while living on the toilet. Interceptor Ace works very nicely. So excellent recommendation from Vexed FE. Again, I think we have the best audience here for providing very unique game recommendations depending on what situation you're in. So I think that's where we specialize with our audience here, and that's why we get almost 100 people tonight. So thanks for that comment. Also, Mo's just says a nice about the Indian Ocean region, South China Sea at the same time, possibly. Do you think they'll be sort of coinciding, Bill, timing wise?
Yeah, of course. Yep.
And then Steve's asking when will Conquistador ship? I have it on the schedule right now for sometime next month in December. Okay. Let's see what else we have here. And greetings to Gregory Smith, who I haven't had a chance to call back yet. He gave me an update on some of his design work that's getting wrapped up. So
that's what I forgot. Imperial Tide is off to the printers too.
Yes, and Imperial Tide's been sent off to the printers, and that's another game I talked about. For those that missed the episode last week, the part 1 of the episode's Imperial Tide, if you want to see the artwork for the game.
We have 3 strategic World War I games.
Only 3? Only 3?
Coming from the printers. Okay, Lamps, Imperial Tide, and Death in the Trenches.
Okay, so I'll play devil's advocate because somebody's going to ask it anyway. Why on earth would you look to release 3 strategic World War I games around the same time, Bill Thomas? Why would you do that?
Well, because I want to. And,
okay, that works for me.
And because of how it happened is it's just already at the same time. I'm not going to release them all in one day.
Right, that's true. They stagger out
2 or 3 months of each other.
Yeah, good point. Good point. And there's another one, by the way, World War I, not solitaire strategic, but Gregory's Magnus.
Where that is in the queue.
Which, I'm sorry, say that again, Bill.
I don't know where that is.
Still working on the displays. I got 2 or 3 new displays done. I saw in the last day or 2, so they're looking great. I haven't shared them. There's a lot of displays. Trust me. We could do a full episode on displays for Western Front Ace. I kid you not. And if we talk about the planes and their history, it will be a full hour show. And you can hold me to that. So no joke. And Kevin says, hey, Greg, any plans for Conquistadors 2? Montezuma teaches the Spanish to swim.
Yeah, I'm going to say no to that unless John Southard wants to do it.
Okay, yeah, good point. Board Game Bloke says he used to live in the UK, but now he's actually in Southern California, and he was a customer of Second Chance yonks ago. So yeah, so a while back, and it's easier to get games in the US. Exactly, and especially when we do Compass Games Convention in November, where you get such great discounts to get games in person. That's going to be exciting. Let's see here. Limey Ink Games is another outlet, I believe, in the UK. Matt says it's too much information about the dental hygiene with the colonoscopy being combined, or maybe that's about which board. Maybe it was too much details about the board game being set up over the toilet. That was probably it.
Now, War for America is actually almost ready to go to the printer. So that one really sped up and got to the finish.
Yeah, War for America sped up. So to let everybody know that next week, our episode of Compass Games Live will be a designer interview on War for America, because we expect the game to be ready for the printers next week. So that's one of our pre-order paloozas, like Russian Campaign was announced just recently, and War for America was part of that batch. And we've had really great success, and everything's been proofed. And we just have one last proofing round on the rules, on the completed rules layout. And so we're going to say Monday, we're going to give you the files on Monday for War for America. And then we'll do a designer interview next week with the designer. So we're excited. Okay, here's a great question.
Yeah, what is it?
From George over on Facebook. What are your top 3 goals for Compass Games for 2021?
one of my top 3 goals.
Well, besides offering me full ownership of the company, let's just set that aside where I take over. I take over the whole company and all that, and we'll hold that one for
One of the
three
top
three goals. You need 3 goals for next year. What would you like to see? Is it sales? Is it quality control? Is it website stuff? Website?
Well, okay. Here's a couple good things. Okay. One is the new website will be up and running in the first quarter of the year. Okay. So that will get a lot of my pre-orders will be a lot easier to keep track of because it all will be on the same system. So, yeah. So that's good news about the what?
So the goal. So that's one of your goals, right?
That's one of my goals for the website.
Website, that's one of your goals for the website. Do you have any other goals besides the website?
Trying to improve quality control, and I think we've done a lot in the past year to put things in place that are helping the quality control. So that's always the main issue. Okay, the other thing is sales. 2020, like I said, is going to be the best year we've ever had. Okay,
Right.
The lineup that we have going into 2021 is going to be great. I think we've got a lot of great games, and the good thing is we've got a lot of them that are either 100% done or 90% done being completed. So those are my goals, and obviously my goal is that every customer of Compass has a great year in 2021 and safe and all that good stuff.
Yep, fair enough. That's a great. Those are great goals to have. Sounds good. Gary's wondering if Greg's still on vacation. So Greg's been getting a lot of designs done, and like I said, he's got his Magnus Opus work. It's a huge project. His World War I game, Western Front Ace, huge project, but we are making progress on it, and he's got a lot of other titles now getting into the hopper. He's got 2 more designs that are finishing up. So lots of stuff going on with Greg. We'll definitely have him on in the future just to try to keep up with him and all his designs. Eric, who's involved, actually one of the project team members of the Third World War series, is sort of piping in here saying, I did mention that the displays, all the player aid cards are done. So all that stuff got done long ago, but the Order of Battle displays are getting done now. That's just one separate effort. And Eric's commenting on the displays that are being worked on are looking great. That's for all the scenarios, for all the theaters of Third World War series. That's the other part of work that we're wrapping up is the displays.
John.
Yes.
Oh, just mentioned to me that the displays are done.
The player aid cards are done.
Yeah, are they actually done?
The player aid cards are done, not the Order of Battle displays. That's a separate item.
I can go to print with that. I can go to the printers with that.
Oh, okay. Well, we got player aid cards. Like I said, player aid cards are done. There's a bunch of them. But then we have this whole separate effort, which is all about how do you set up each scenario, each theater. And that's what we're doing now.
Player aid cards were done. So let's get to me and I can get them off to get printed.
Okay, sounds good. And then somebody's noticing your new location. It says you're out of the closet.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, I am.
And then War in the Pacific. Any status on the War of the Pacific, the monster game?
Yes, that's actually wrapping up. I'm waiting. Everything's. I got the boxes in. The counters are going to be part of that group that comes over. Okay, and as all rules are done, the only thing we're waiting for is the charts. There's like 46 of them. Okay, so that will be out. That probably will be hopefully in January, latest February, and you'll have a couple copies of the Third World War. I mean, the war in Europe.
Okay, great. And then you got to get those hamsters working faster. Your video's starting to break up a little bit, Bill. Tell Billy to keep the hamsters in the cage moving.
That wasn't even funny.
Okay. Well, let's see. Mo says I left him a very bad mental image about combining dental visits with colonoscopies. You just watched the new. It's going to be the new rage in the new Well, you just watch what happens with healthcare. It's gonna be great. Question here about No Motherland Without, the North Korea game. We recently had a designer interview, had a great interview with the designer for No Motherland Without North Korea. Any status on that game, Bill?
Here's what's going to happen. Okay, Indian Ocean goes up on Kickstarter next. Okay,
Indian Ocean goes on Kickstarter next. Okay.
We got a few more pre-orders. That's all because the game's already almost done. Okay. No Motherland Without goes on Kickstarter after that and will ship within like 25 days after that. So that will probably be February.
Great. So that will be in Q1 then, sometime in Q1. Perfect. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Edward over on YouTube. Thanks for joining. Edward is asking about a Saint Nazaire Cockle Heroes. So I've talked to Gregory Smith about researching this topic, Saint Nazaire. I think Greg would be a good designer for that. So we'll see how that goes for sure. And then Greg's just commenting here about his vacation time. He's actually wrapped up his Japanese submarine game, Sensukan. So I probably bastardized the pronunciation, but we have another U-boat game that is now completed by Gregory Smith.
Gregory Smith was supposed to do a Boer War for me.
A Boer War?
Yeah, like Imperial Tide.
Okay,
and
we'll
something like something like that. And he hasn't done it, so it makes me sad.
We'll follow up. We'll make sure. And then everybody notices how we all love World War I.
Yes, I
Mo's noticing too. The boss loves World War I. Why so many World War I games? Because you're the owner and you want that. And then is there an update kit for Lamps? Can you talk about this whole question that comes up about update kits for new games?
No.
Okay.
Because the whole thing changed.
Yeah, the whole game's.
I have everything.
Everything's been updated, changed.
Been changed.
Okay.
Yeah. There's more. Yeah. It's just a whole different game.
Yep. Stefan noticed on Facebook the designer posted some of the displays for Interceptor Ace 2, which is one of our pre-order Palooza items for the latter stages of the campaign. So yes, a lot of the artwork is actually completed for that game by the designer, who's also an artist. So that's going to save us some time there to get the game ready for production. So that's good news. Absolutely. Yes. A lot of displays. Let's see what else we have here. Reprint question, Blue Water Navy reprint. Blue Water Navy Pacific status. Will the Blue Water Navy rule booklet get revised?
Yeah, here's the thing on that. I haven't decided on the reprint. Okay. Blue Water Pacific is a year out. They're still play testing and going through all that. So that hasn't been handed in. The rule book, if I do reprint, will not get it revised because, like I said, when we do reprints, we're just taking some of the overages that are in-house, and we have a ton of rule books that are in-house.
Yep.
So it's supposed to be a straight reprint.
Okay, straight reprint then. Jim, to your question about the rules for Blue Water Navy. Brian over on Facebook says he can't wait for Spitfire Ace. That's the other game. That's not Interceptor Ace 2. That's a separate game. There's actually 2 Ace games coming. Spitfire Ace is obviously, that covers Battle of Britain. Yes, that one will be coming next year. And this is probably a question for Greg. Is there a chance to shoot down an Italian bomber in any of the Ace series games? So we'll let Greg sort of respond to that one. He'll see that comment on Facebook, I think. Any update on Carrier Battles Philippine Sea by John Southard, Bill?
Yeah, it actually is. He's almost finished with it, and it's going to enter production pretty soon.
Great. And John's over on YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us, John, tonight. Yes, thank you for your pre-order of War for America. Nice size game. And again, it's going to be going to the printers next week. Please join us next Thursday when we do our designer interview on War for America, and you get to see all the components while we talk to the designer. So yes, Mo's already spreading this is my strategy. It's like politics. He's already spreading the word that I'm going to be appointed head of Compass Games. See, it's already started, Bill. You're going to have to stop it now. Compass moving. Let's see here. Let's see. Well, Matt Shirley says, watch the website developers like a hawk. They are notorious for over-promising, under-delivering with bugs and walking away from fixing their errors. I think that's advice about the new website you mentioned, Bill, that's coming next year, to make sure we hopefully have a good launch of our new website when it happens. I know we'll be doing a lot of testing of it.
The good thing is he's the same guy we've used for 4 years or 5 years, so we know him and he knows us. So hopefully, let's knock on wood.
Maybe Billy can step in here for a second, or I can read his lips. But Bismarck, The Last Battle, I received a request to open up for some volunteer play testers. I believe it's 90% confirmed. It would be a print and play format for a play test session. If anybody's interested in, is Billy there? Bill, can you get a nod in or confirmation? I think so. I think I'll be posting an announcement shortly. We're just confirming how we're going to distribute the playtest kit, how it's going to be available. But we're looking for some volunteers. A lot of work's been done on it. We've done some rules proofing and editing. It's just a matter of we want to take it through a few times with some more playtests, right? There you go. Mo says we should start a toothpaste drive for Bill. When we place orders for the holiday sale, send in a tube of toothpaste. There you go. And the Tactical Vietnam game, that's with Steve Overton. So I'm needing to get the updated agreement to him. We're looking forward to working with Steve on a series of games, actually, not just Vietnam, but there's actually a whole host of games. But he's going to challenge Gregory Smith for a number of games, I think, Steve, when we get there. So any new ideas on how to interact with us customers and fans? Bill, you've got fans. I'm announcing it right now. You've got everybody here is a fan of yours, and they want to know, given that face-to-face is limited, no cons or any, face-to-face conventions, any other ideas about new interactions with customers, especially during this, maybe this time of COVID lockdown?
Me and John actually had a conversation, 2 weeks ago in regards to some kind of virtual convention, right, John?
Yeah. Yes.
And here again, the problem is that if we put resources into that, it takes resources away from something else. And even though I want to do that, I really think at this point in time we got so much going on. Okay, and I don't see that happening, unfortunately, because I really missed the convention that we had, because that would have been this week, right?
Yeah, would have been happening now, I think. Yeah.
So
Veterans Day just would have just passed, I think. Yeah. But yeah, it's a very sad we can't meet in person. So I understand. I know that San Diego Historicon, they're doing a convention virtual next week. So I mean, if people here want to reach out to us, talk to us, little thing on our homepage, send us feedback. We're really all about face-to-face. We really want to do that with everybody. We miss it, but and we know everybody's in front of computers already all day. But if you guys tell us, you want Compass to do something for you, and you want us to consider a virtual conference, just let Bill and I know your feelings about that. Give us your feedback. I know in the meantime, I just have to talk to Bill about it, get the details ironed out. But we plan to launch a Discord channel for Compass as a fan site. A lot of people like to use Discord. So we would have a Discord channel online. So that's something we're looking at doing in the next few weeks, possibly. But again, it's not to replace face-to-face or anything like that. So we're always open to your ideas. Just let us know what you think about that for sure. Let's see. Other questions. So next question here. So thank you, Kevin, by the way, for your question about new ideas. I've got other ideas I'm not going to bring up now because I don't want to give Bill a heart attack about customer outreach, but we're always interested in reaching out to you, customers, or make it easier for you to reach out to us. Robert's asking about Victory at Sea, original 1992 edition. That is a perfect segue for me, Robert. Thanks for responding to my email tonight. So we wrapped up the Russian campaign, which I talked about last week. So we are now starting tomorrow officially on the pre-production work for Victory at Sea. I know you probably saw a box cover for it, which I think is going to get updated with a different ship image, most likely, when we have more time to work on it. But yes, we're officially starting work. That's the next John Edwards design we're working on. The original 1992 edition starts tomorrow. Somebody wants to send you some more toothpaste. So he says he hopes you like Winter Fresh.
Not really.
Tell Billy to get off his Netflix. It's making your video choppy. So whoever's using your wireless bandwidth up is causing problems, they're saying. So let's see here.
Get off Netflix. Oh, come get off it.
Let's see. Erwin's saying this might be premature, but do you see any expansions for Third World War, i.e. China? So Bill, I can address that maybe real quick. We're doing Manchurian Front is the plan to do Manchurian Front. Covering that Far East. So there are games planned. And then once we get Third World War series out, the plan is to do a new rendition of that game with fully updated order of battle, extended rules, like extended naval rules, sort of like we did with the War Europe that was done, where we can add a new order of battle, new rules, more details. So there's a lot of different supplements we're looking for Third World War series, but right now, obviously, we want to get the game done. So everybody's focused right now 100% on getting this original game out. Greg's noticed the Wi-Fi problem as well. We're hoping the video will come back. We'll see. Let's see. John says, strange, the website says I already pre-ordered, but it's not listed anywhere. Never mind, the cat's on fire. Okay, so maybe he worked out. So yes, Manchurian Front, that's the answer to the question about 3W series, some more games. Question, is it legal? Okay, this is for Bill.
No.
Bill, is it legal for you to have so many great games at such great prices?
No.
It's not legal, so yeah. So you'll be...
Oh, but I'll tell you, we do, oh my God, we got so many games, it's unbelievable. And the next, you guys are going to be amazed at what's going to be coming out next year. So
a lot of good stuff coming out next year. Dave probably missed my update on the Korean War. So yes, we're just wrapping it up for February. I think we're looking at a February release, Dave, for the Korean War. Spanish get lost and land in Korea. That's another variant for Conquistadors for number 3, nominated by Robert Moffat. There we go. Let's see what else we have here. Just going through the viewer comments here. Let's see what else we have for you, Bill. He did get something on Attrition of Souls today. So Robert got something in the mail, it sounds like. So good to know. Let's see here. So yes, we do get a lot more pre-orders when you stare at the blue hex thing that's behind me right here. So that's our new way to track pre-orders to our website. So I'm glad John noticed that we've got our new long-range radar to attract new pre-orders. No problem, James, on the Korean War. So we're just wrapping up the details for that one. Counter sheets, I think, are going to be arriving. Bill's going to get them in a matter of weeks, 2 weeks or so, probably. So we're making good progress on Korean War for a Q1 release next year. How about the Russo-Japanese War? The last game I can recall was SPI's Red Sun Rising. GDW also did sort of a twin game format for a Russo-Japanese War. So there could be if you're familiar, Jim, with the GDW version, there's that one as well. We can't do the SPI one because that's the copyrights with another publisher. But yeah, that's a very popular topic, Russo-Japanese War for sure. Let's see here. So actually, Bill, do you want to comment on when you think we'll see the release of Russian Campaign 74, since it's just now heading off to the printers for overseas printing? It's a mounted map, all that fun stuff.
April, May.
April, May time frame. Thank you. So April, May, Martin, for Russian Campaign. Thanks for the kind words again, Robert. Happy to hear that you like what you see coming from Compass and what we have in store for next year. Let's see, Spitfire Ace page on Compass shows BR20, CR42, and 2 other Italians. So yes, there you go. There's confirmation for Spitfire Ace. So it sounds, we got the thumbs up for Mo there. Thank you, Joe, for watching us on video. I appreciate it, especially, there's a lot of content we try to fit in an hour without showing any artwork. There's a lot of things to cover, a lot more to be said about the game project. So we're just want to take this time to take your questions right now and make sure we're answering your questions. And we're going to do the free game giveaway soon. Also, we're doing a new coin game called it's based on coin called The Troubles, Irish history. So we don't have that on pre-order yet. We just formed the agreement with the designer just recently. I think if you look over at the Console World news desk, there might be a sneak peek on one of the game cards to the game. So we're excited to be doing The Troubles. And we have an artist that's already done the work, I believe, for the game. So we just have to finalize getting things set with the artist. So we're excited about that. I guess Mo's working on a hockey game for Compass. I'm excited to hear about that, Tony. We'll have to get it from him. Tom, thanks for the kind comments about the live stream. We appreciate it very much. Enjoy your dinner. You can catch our replay here on YouTube. So enjoy your dinner. Robert says he's got some serious damage coming to his bank account. So again, Robert, use the blue hexagons. The glowing blue hexagons will relax you and put you at rest and at ease. All your worries about finances will go away because you're going to enjoy playing games. So that's what matters.
Now, Brothers at War is actually almost done. That's going to be going to the printer within like 2 weeks.
Oh, great. So that's a quad game. So that's part of Pre-Order Palooza. That's one of the last Pre-Order Paloozas we announced was Brothers at War. It's 1862, 4 battles, very large size hexes, by the way, and very large size counters. It's a very attractive game. So that will be wrapping up in about 2 weeks. So that's great news. That's another project wrapping up. Dave may have missed some comments about the War Pacific. Can you comment again, Bill, on the War Pacific again for Dave? Give him a quick.
Both of those are going to be out in January or the first week of February. Those are slated to come out ASAP. So.
Okay, great. Matt, thanks for your pre-order. Sounds like he didn't do a pay later. He meant to, but he actually paid for the Silent War Deluxe too. So that's okay. Yeah, at least you won't have to worry about your credit card getting hit down the road. But yeah, I'm sure that's a common thing where people accidentally order to pay right away when they meant to pay later. So
I get that a lot.
Happens a lot. Yep.
Happens a lot.
You guys should take part in the San Diego Historicon this weekend. Yeah, we just unfortunately couldn't fit it in for what we needed to organize. We were trying to see what we could pull off in short notice. We had about 3 weeks notice, but we know they're going to have a great convention. We're definitely supporting the efforts by everybody that does something to support the hobby. And I know Mo's involved personally helping out with that Harold Buchanan run convention. It's going to be a big success. I know they have probably 100 people signed up for it already, so I hope everybody will support it. It's going to be a great event for sure. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to add that Discord channel. What I'm actually doing on my end is I think the challenge with Discord is if you don't have some things organized in advance for content, I'd actually like to have a few things prearranged for posting content on Discord channel. So we have something going on there maybe once a week, every 2 weeks at least. So we don't want it to go dormant since it is a new online vehicle, yet another new online vehicle. But I know it's sort of it sort of seems to be the new hip thing to do is to have a Discord channel. So
But like the Disney Channel?
Sort of like the Disney Channel, but with unfortunately no pornography or anything I'm aware of. I'm trying to level up Discord to add to remove the pornography filter for you, Bill. But
yeah,
it's pretty expensive.
But some said, yeah, I don't know if I think this is a dig towards me, but I like it. They said John is so polite and just a gentleman. Who are they talking about? They're not talking about you.
Yeah, I haven't even seen that. There are so many comments tonight because we skipped a session that I haven't got near the bottom of all the comments. So I apologize in advance to people. We're almost at the hour, but there's so many comments. And then we do want to give a shout out. Compass Games does want to give a shout out to everybody at San Diego Historicon to have a great event. It looks like it's kicking off tonight and goes proper tomorrow full time. So have a great time playing games. Hope everybody has a really great time. And then hopefully we'll see you over on Discord channel in a few weeks. Let's see. Greg.
I'm going to, your new title in Compass organization is going to be the repeater.
A
Because you
repeater. I like that.
just repeated the exact same thing you said 2 minutes ago.
What did I say?
Well, wait 2 minutes, you'll say it again. Hang on.
Yeah, we want to wish. I do want to add that we do want to wish the people at San Diego Historicon a lot of success. I do want to. I know what you're talking about. Okay, all right, we'll move on. And as the saying goes, where there is Discord, there is Compass Games. Absolutely.
There you go.
Brotherhood and Unity is a must check. Sounds like it's going to be one of the items, one of the games that might be played. So very happy to hear that. Should go well with our Pornhub integration that I'm working on for a Discord channel. So we'll get updates on that. News on the Fleet series. Yes, I do have to wrap up with Bukowski. Typically, we don't like to do multiple projects at the same time with a designer. That gets confusing. So once we get Korean War wrapped up with the designer, we're going to do the 5th Fleet game first, just to let you know. Fifth Fleet will be the first game, and that's coming up next. Tank Leader, we'll save that for another update. I can give you an update with visuals on Tank Leader. I think you'd like to see what's been done, so let me do that in a future session so we can get through this one. Question from Jonathan: when we pre-order a game from the website, we are not charged until the game is ready to ship, correct?
Yeah, only if you have to hit the pay later link. You can do two things. You can pay now or you can pay later. You have to hit the pay later link.
Let me do this for just to help out. So let me
John.
Let me show this. So I'm going to go to a game that Bill just talked about, that Brothers at War is going to be ready in 2 weeks. It's going to be submitted or almost done. So it sounds great. So there's two options. If you add to cart, where my arrow is, that would make you buy it right away. If you add it to cart, that means you want to pay for it right away. So credit card will get charged. You need to look for this next button underneath. It's very big button, big letters. You can pre-order and pay later. If you click on that, it takes you over to our Gumroad affiliate site. And this is where you say, I want this. How many? Usually people order, again, you have to look at the blue hexagon. You order about 10 copies. You want to make sure you order 10 copies. And then you say, I want this. And then it adds it. And again, we collect your information, but you will not get charged at time of checkout. This is a pay later. So again, just to review, just since it's an important question, I don't want anybody to get confused, is again, look for the big button if you want to pay later. Click on that.
John, click on some of those maps. They look pretty good. I don't know.
Yeah, there's 4 there. And by the way, they're very large hexes. I can't put them to scale, but these hexes are probably the biggest hexes we've ever probably published in a game, because the counters are like an inch in size. So it's a unique aspect of the game, just to let you know. So glad you mentioned that.
Click on another one.
Click on another one. I can do that. I am Vanna White. I'm going to bring in some water. I like water. It relaxes me. So
I don't like that one.
So you don't like Valverde? Valverde, just a little south of the border. It's very nice.
What else you got? Which one's that?
Antietam. Well known, right?
There's the cornfield.
There it is. Yep, you can see him. So again, just think big.
There's one more.
Yeah, one more. Yeah. I think it's, I don't know which one it was. Maybe I don't think I clicked on this one yet.
Yes.
Fox's Gap.
Yes, you did.
I did? Okay, so then it would have been this one right here. Oh, all the Browns. Mill Springs. There you go.
That looks weird.
So it's a quad game. There you go. So we got a quad in Mill Springs to wrap it up. So again, just look at the blue hexagons and order 10 copies of that, and you'll be happy. So Jonathan, thanks for your question, Jonathan. I hope that helps you with the pre-order and pay later.
Oh my God, it's working, John. I'm looking at your blue hexagon and I'm saying to myself, is John going to do what you tell him to do? And I'm saying, no.
John wants to thank you for the replacement counter sheet for End of Empire that he asked for. So thank you from John for the customer service. So it's already, he's already received it. So he says, thank you. Joel, Fleet Series and NATO on target for Q1 of next year. Fleet Series, no. We were just starting work on that. NATO will be, I believe, Q1. Bill, you could probably answer that.
Q1, yeah.
Q1, yes. Okay. And Troubles, yes, we'll be publishing Troubles. We're excited to be able to have a chance to do that. The Player's Aid, yes, the Player's Aid website does have several posts about the design. I think they're card event spoilers if you want to check out some of the cards. Any thoughts of a World War II Invasion of Malta game? Hasn't come up yet. I know Vance Von Boris did one a while back through Avalon Hill as part of his
John,
assault. Yes.
if you look at what I sent you 2 days ago, the designer that has some games for us has like 5 or 6 amphibious World War II designs as part of a series. So Malta might be one of those.
Oh, great. Okay, I'll check it out. Brian, I'll let you know in a future broadcast. Maybe we have a designer who's got something submitted on that. Yes, remember, keep looking at those blue hexagons. Thank you. There may be a disconnect between ordering on Gumroad and the Compass Games website. That may be an issue on my pre-orders not showing up there.
Yeah, because what happens is it takes like 24 hours.
For the reporting to go through?
Yes.
Okay.
Now remember, that's only pay later ones. Pay now, if you're paying now on a pre-order, it's not going to. But
right.
The good thing, when we go to the new system, the pre-order system will be part of the website system.
Exactly. So So just a recap, pay later is different system. Yeah, it might be more involved to track it. If you do the pay now from the Compass website and you stay on the Compass site, all that is tracked right away. So just to try to clarify that. If you have questions about ordering, just reach out to us via sales@compassgames.com or use the talk to us option and we can help you if you're wondering about your orders. We understand it can be confusing and that's why we're getting the website ready. Let's see here. Best thing I saw recently was a comment that a rather expensive hobby was offering an extra receipt that matches what you told your spouse you paid for your order. That's funny. I like that idea. I'll leave that to you, Bill. Something to think about. So yeah, so basically, bodyguard overlord, some false intel where we can send a receipt that has some false intel on it. So, it will pas de Calais instead of Normandy, right? We can do a little redirect action. And yeah, those 5 games were only $50. Five games for $50 from Compass. Who knew, right? Who knew? Greg gives the thumbs up to Discord. So that's good. That means I can rely on Greg to put something in there once a week when I bug him to do it. So great. Will you be able to play games on Discord channel for those that know about it? Yes, there's voice channels there. I haven't decided yet, just to be honest with you, because I paid for a premium voice audio channel on Consum World's Discord channel. So I don't know if it makes sense to facilitate games being played over on the Consum World Discord just because we have higher audio quality. And it'd be sort of stupid to double pay for the same audio quality. So I'll talk to Bill about that. I know it makes sense to have everything in one place, but Consum World has an upgraded level of audio quality for replays, just as a heads up. I did that as part of our donation drive to provide a better service. When we go to Gumroad website, how can we manage our orders, Bill?
Well, that's a good question. When you Gumroad, if you have any issues, unfortunately, you have to email me. So
okay.
What happens is if you have an address change, and remember, this is going away, so in the future. But if you have an address change, you give it to me. Just email me at sales@compass. And if you want to cancel the order, I do that for people. Okay, because it's a ridiculous system, but it's part of their security. Is a security issue. But the good thing is, like I said, we're going to a new system. So
right, and I think on the new system, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe on the new system you can pre-order multiple games at once rather than one at a time. And
again, the system is going to be part of the website, and there's a lot more customer-friendly services.
Yeah. So Philippe, yes, we're looking that you guys will tell us when we've done the move over to the new system you'll like it, and if not, of course, yell at us and tell us what seems wrong. just make sure you're ordering 10 copies wherever you order from Compass. Make sure that it's 10 copies of the game. That makes sure your order goes through. So we just want to make sure about that. And you must obey the blue hexagons. So that goes without saying, really. Gary says everybody needs to vote for Compass Games on Dan Bicaldi's No Enemies Here Grog of the Year. So there's a little plug for you, Bill. And that's because of all the different shirts you wear. I think the main attraction is how you really, and also, we talk about food. We talk about restaurants. I won't mention the restaurant because it hasn't come up yet this episode, so I'm not going to mention any restaurants. But we do get into a lot of fine, wine, fine dining. Things that really help, increase our culture as human beings. So I think it's great.
Classy organization.
And you're a great publisher, also. Not just classy, but you're also a great publisher. So there we go. Will the Troubles be officially part of the Coin series or just inspired by Coin? I'm going to defer to the designer here, but the designers told me it really started as Coin, but then it sort of gravitated away from Coin as far as how the system developed over time. So I'm going to leave that to the designer. I think that's a great question for him. So we're going to leave that to him. So we'll have him on in a future episode for sure. Let's see. I get emails about any pre-orders, so that's good. I guess that's an email confirmation that you're getting the email confirmation, so that's good.
That's good. I got some.
Let's see. I thought the Discord channel was for Republicans and Democrats, so I think it's for everybody. And again, with that, adding that pornography layer to it, that integration with porn, whatever it's called, Pornhub. I think it's going to do quite well. Okay, so I just want to let everybody know, just as fair warning, this is your last chance to, as you can see at the bottom there, last chance to post your comments and questions because we're going to get ready to do, I think, the giveaway for tonight. So, Bill, I'm going to let you go ahead and have the honor to announce what the new game, what the game is for the giveaway.
I think we'll do, what are we doing? Yeah, we'll do that one.
Oh, okay. That's great. So we're doing the Conquistadors as the giveaway for tonight. That's a good giveaway.
Okay. Now hang
What's
on.
wrong?
Billy,
You forgot the dice?
did you get Carolyn?
Did you forget the dice?
Here's what happened. Okay, come on, sit there, Carolyn. Okay, we forgot the dice.
You forgot the dice. I knew it.
So what we're going to have is I'm going to introduce you to Carolyn. Come on, get in here. Come on, get over here. Why have to do this? You have to do this.
The blue hexagon was telling me that earlier. They're going to forget the dice. I knew it. Never lies.
Carolyn's going to write down the number.
Okay, so Carolyn's going to write down the number. So what we're going to do is, while she's doing that, she's going to write down a number between 1 and 100.
Okay, come on.
Where's Carolyn? Now I really wish we had the video working better so we could see Carolyn in high def. But
You can see her now.
yes, but she's much better in high def quality. Unfortunately,
What the hell are you saying?
the video quality is just not there right now. I don't know why.
You're fired.
But she always looks great. Carolyn always looks great, and everybody will see that in November. Hopefully, God willing, November we do Compass Expo. Okay, so everybody that's on the live broadcast,
Everybody, please.
let me get everybody focused here. So again, what we want to do really quickly is I'm going to count down from 5, and you need to type a number in your chat window on Facebook and YouTube, a number between 1 and 100. And you all need to do it at the same time. And please don't post any other comments because it's going to disrupt the flow and it makes it harder to track things. So I'm going to count down right now. And when I'm done with the countdown, please type your number, any number between 1 and 100. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Please go ahead and add your number now on YouTube and on Facebook. We're going to give it at least 30 seconds because of the lag. There's a broadcast lag. Please don't post any other comments. We just want your numbers to show up. You can vote one time only. And when we wait for a cutoff, I will actually type a message saying cutoff, which means anybody who shows up after that, you will be cut off. And unfortunately, we cannot count your vote. We won't be able, it's not like the mail-in. We cannot count your vote after a certain time. So my hardship rules here, but everybody is putting in numbers. So again, no regular comments yet. Just put in your numbers, please. I'm going to wait another 10 seconds, Bill, and then we can go ahead and get ready to do the drawing. So I'm just waiting a few more seconds because numbers are still coming in with the delay. Okay, so I'm going to do a final call here. So I'm going to post a message here, and when you see this message, it's going to be a cutoff. So, so voting is now over. So if you see this message, and I see that it comes after this message, when I post it, I can't count your vote, and I apologize, but that's just the rules. So I've just posted it now. It's going to show up. So voting is now over. So that's it. So now we need the beautiful Miss Carolyn to please rejoin us, to rejoin our broadcast. And we need to know what number that Carolyn wrote down.
Why you gotta say the number? Huh? You gotta tell me and say the number. Hurry up.
We're just waiting for Carolyn for the number. I think they're double checking to make sure there's no glitches in the number.
No, we're
She moves around.
Can I be within 6 feet? Can somebody be within 6 feet to make sure she wrote the number correctly?
Take them out. Okay, come on, you gotta tell everybody what the number is.
Number is 80.
80? Did you say 80?
Yes.
All right, so I just typed the winning number for everybody, just so you know. It's posted as 80. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to start showing anybody that's close to 80. So we've got 77 that's close within 80. I'm seeing if anybody's closer than 77. Yes, we have a 78. That's very close to 80. There is an 83, but that's too far off. Again, we're looking for 80. Right now, 78 is the closest. I see no 82s. I see no 81s either yet. I'm still looking. Sorry, a lot of numbers, guys. There's another 77. Okay, so the winner of the Conquistadors by John Southard is Fast Heinz. Wow, the applause is just overwhelming. So now, because we have such a great audience, they're all going to say thank you and congratulate Fast Heinz. And I just have to type here really quickly for Fast Heinz the rules of how to get your free copy of Conquistadors. And we cover the shipping as well, of course. Everything's covered. You want to send an email, and you want to send an email to sales@compassgames.com. Just authenticate yourself. You have to prick your finger with to get some blood on the envelope, on the paper, so we know it's you, that it's not somebody trying to sneak in to say they're you. Give us your mailing address. No, I'm just joking. Just do an email to sales@compassgames.com. Give us your mailing address. Let us know you were the big winner of episode 11 of our town hall. And you will get, when the game's ready to ship sometime in December, you have got yourself a brand new game. So that is exciting, exciting news. So I think with that, yes, everybody's saying thanks. Nice job. Appreciate everybody being here. I think we almost broke 100 tonight. Just a lot of people. Congrats to Heinz. He is the man. It's great to have Bill. It was great to have you back. I hope you enjoyed your little respite there of taking and I know it was good to get a little time off with everything going on behind the scenes. Thanks to Carolyn for the help tonight as well. And I'll give you the last word as always.
Well, have a great Thanksgiving, because that's coming up in 2 weeks. So we won't be here on the 26th.
I'll have to work out another date. We'll do a special.
So enjoy and be safe.
All right. We'll do a special Enjoy Turkey Day with Bill somehow. We'll find another day. We'll make sure we do this in 2 weeks. And Yes, just want to thank everybody again for being here tonight, and we'll be joined next week for next episode of Compass Games Live, and again we will be doing a designer interview for War for America. So please tune in next Thursday for War for America. And Bill,
He was pausing it.
I wasn't doing anything up
Well, he was.
there. No,
Right.
it's just made up.
all right, Bill, you can do the final wave, the Van
Oh.
Dyke,
Bye.
the bye. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much. It was great to have you tonight. We'll see you in 1 week. Have a great week. Great weekend.
Bye.